Captain Awesome Take a Dive, Book Number 4. Chapter 7. Welcome to Stinkopia. Okay, little swimmer, today you little dudes and dudettes get to take turns diving off the side of the pool, Tad announced. Isn't it too swallow here? Meredith asked. Conflamed, oh, Manto, Mare, Tad replied, and that's why we'll be jumping into the pool in the deep end. The kid cheers. The kid splashed. The kid high-fived. Well, all the kid but one, to be exact. In the deep end. In the deep end. In the deep end. The word echoed over and over in Eugene's head like a broken poor-wrote robot. The thought of going back to deep end gave Eugene a funny twisting in his stomach, even more worse than the time he stuck some Charlie spicy jalapeno cheese. The other kids in swim class climbed up from the pool and walked to the far side. Didn't they know that the blah 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 from the deep end might still be down there waiting to blub them? Eugene climbed from the pool and tugged on Ted's hand. What's up, dude gang? Ted asked. I need to go to the bathroom. Eugene was already racing away before the last word left his mouth. Eugene ran into the boys' bathroom and locked himself in one of the bathroom stalls. It's no big deal, Eugene thought. I'm sure Super Dude's locked himself in the bathroom before. Eugene tried to calm himself. He inhaled deeply. Pee-yow. Bad idea. Eugene was in the stinky bathroom. Come on, Eugene, he said to himself. Instead of hiding here in Spokia, you should be out fighting the blubby blub blub from the deep end. You know what blubby? Blub is that blubs will be blubbing on everyone. Stand back, villains, or else prepare to chase by Knuckle Cheeseman. Charlie rushed into the bathroom, dripping wet and blasting cheese. But instead of seeing Eugene trapped by the various villains, Charlie was met by an empty bathroom, now covered in cheese. Ah, man, what a waste of good cheese, Charlie sighed, then added, You're in here, Eugene? Over here, Eugene called out from the stall. I knew it, Charlie shouted. Were you attacked by the toilet of terror? Hold on, I'll save you from in flash of fear. I'm fine, I'm fine, Eugene lied. It's just, I think I ate one too many Super Dudes ice popcorns. That's all. Oh, Charlie says, disappointed his friends wasn't stuck in an evil toilet fighting against the flash of fear. You've been gone for like a jillion minutes. Taz says you're going to miss your turns to dive. Yeah. Can you tell him that's okay? Maybe next time? Eugene said quietly and listened to Charlie's lead. The twisting in his stomach was replaced with a dull edge, one that seems to wrap itself around his heart. That has to be it, right? One too many Super Dudes ice popsicles. After all, superheroes like Super Dudes don't get scared. But maybe their secret identities do. Chapter 8. Turbo to the rescue. Toss, roll, fluff, turn. No matter how Eugene twists, turn or move, he couldn't fall asleep. How could he? Tomorrow was Friday. Isn't Friday the most awesomest of awesome days? Even during summer vacation, Friday was like the best part of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all rolled up into one day called Monster Day. It was pizza day at school and the night for Sunnyview Superhero Squad sleepovers. But this Friday meant something else. It was the last day of Agent's swim lesson. Agent wouldn't have to jump off the diving board and into the deep end. Agent couldn't remember the last time he felt his awesome, but it probably involved his mom and the word vegetables, snow, and dessert. Agent plopped back onto his bed and covered his face with his pillow. Platter! He groaned. Turbo raced on his squeaky wheels, getting his little muscles ready for their next mission. Agent sat up and stared at his sidekick. Turbo stopped running. He looked right at Agent and says, "Squeak, squeak." "You're right, Turbo. We have to be brave. That's what superheroes do." Agent climbed from his bed. He clenched his fist and punched out his chest. Because heroic movements like this require chest puffing. It's our job to protect the Sunnyview community pool from the blubby blub blub from the deep end. And no blubby blub blub is gonna stop me from doing it. Chapter 9. Grab, Squish, Blub. It was here, the last day of swim class. With a newfound courage in his heart, Agent has thanked Turbo for the pep talk the night before. Agent arrived at the pool ready for action. Try not to get stick on Super Dude's ice popsicles today, Agent Meredith giggled. Agent ignored Meredith. For one, she looked pinker than cotton candy with pigtails. And for two, Agent was on a mission. "Okay, come on, Ted says to Charlie. "You'll get to go for the big dive first." Charlie gave the quick smile, then thumbs up to Agent. Everyone was watching Charlie, so Agent took a 2 slow, silent steps away from the group, then raced toward the locker room. Charlie stopped at the end of the diving board and looked into the water below. There was something in the pool. Something. Loudly. "Go ahead, come on. I've got you covered," Todd called up to him. "Whoa," the stunned Ted says, and turned to the other kids and asked, "Who's Neko Cheeseman?" Underwater, Captain Awesome dove to the bottom to battle with a blubby blub blub from the deep. Grab, squish, blob. The blubby blub blub squirmed and wormed, but Captain Awesome would not let go. He burst to the surface and dragged creatures firmly clenched in his super hands. "Not all your blubbiness save you from my awesome grip of godness," Captain Awesome says as he wrestled the creature. "Hold on, Captain Awesome," Charlie called out from the above and dove into the water. A can of Nacho cheese swirled wildly in his hand. "Whoa," the stunned Teddy says, then turned to the other kids and asked, "Who's Captain Awesome?" Chapter 10. Badness Always Loses. "Thanks for the save, Captain Awesome. I didn't know what would happen if I jumped off the diving board without you there to help me." Charlie stuck the can of cheese in his mouth and gave a suck, then offered it to Captain Awesome. "Want some?" But Captain Awesome has more on his mind than cheese. The blubby blub blub from the deep and lay on the ground looking less blubby and evil than it's had before getting Captain Awesome's 1-2 underwater punch. Look, Captain Awesome gasped. "The blubby blub blub look like a green giraffe." "I always knew giraffe are evil," Charlie says, hitting his palm with his fist. "But it wasn't just an evil giraffe. It was Agent's babysitter Molly defeated Giraffe for floating. It has popped in and sunk in the bottom of the pool. Bull, by all that God relished, cried Captain Awesome, to hear in the bubble of his mouth arch of enemy. Could it be true? Queen Stinky Pants from the Planet Baby teamed up with little Miss Stinky Pinky? It was true, for there sat Queen Stinky Pants in the large chair right next to Agent's mom. She was smelly. She was stinky. She was sticky. Sticky? Arrgh. She's eating my Super Dude's ice popsicles, Captain Awesome groaned. Her terrible tricks works. Why didn't we see her stinky stink was the real evil behind this plot? Because you can't smell evil underwater, CA. Even stinky evil. Charlie reminded him. The Super Dude's ice popsicle may have been lost, but little Miss Stinky Pinky and Queen Stinky Pants were defeated. Captain Awesome's work was done. The blobby blub was defeated and would blobby blub little swimmers no more. That was one cool and Myrtle drive, dude, Tad says to Captain Awesome, but next time, no superhero costume allowed in the pool. It's not safe to swim in the cape. Agent not because superheroes has to follow the rules. I'll return the poles to your watchful eye, Tad. Captain Awesome says, continue your fight against sunbirds swimming too soon after you eat and running by the pole. Will do, little dudes, and don't worry. Badness always loses. Did Teddy really just say Super Dude's favorite saying? Tad gave a wink and Captain Awesome knew she was leaving the poles in safe hands. Perhaps Teddy was not the tattletale double-agent spy, the double-dippers after all. No fan of Super Dudes could ever be anything but awesome. Captain Awesome smiled before racing back to the locker room. That was one cool little Super Dudes, Tad says. The day was done, but even more importantly, swim class was done. Everyone's got Tad's excellent swimmers medals because they were all excellent little swimmers. Agent took home the best prize of all. Swim teacher says best of all high dive award. Agent Awesome dive as Captain Awesome had earned him the top honor in his class. That was way better than Meredith's safest swimmer award or Charlie most improved paddlers. Agent and Charlie offered a quick wave goodbye. There was no need for anything more, for they soon be seeing each other again at the superhero squad sleepover. It was Friday after all. Agent slid into the back seat of his mom's cars. With a quick clicks of the seat belt, he was safe, scared, and ready to go home. Molly was already in her car seat, growling away at some poor doll's head. Agent felt happy. He sat back and closed his eyes. Bad guys, beware. Captain Awesome and Neko Cheeseman has once again made Sunnyview safe. No villain was too bad. No pool was too deep. No blubby blub was too blubby. Only one thing could make this day even more perfect. Agent's mom closed her doors, then reached between the seats and handed something to her son. I've got you another Super Dudes ice popcorn since Molly 8 years. Eugene took a sugary treat and smiled. Me tea.